How you doing? Back again. Sorry, the good-looking one, the wife, as well as the little guy had to take off, but I'm still with you. So hopefully that's good enough for you. But what I want to do is I want to lay out what we're going to be covering today. We're going to be covering a couple of different topics, but it's all underneath one umbrella. And that one umbrella is something we call SOVNOP. Sell on value, not on price. One of our taglines for SOVNOP is, we call it the logical, not linear selling system. And the reason why we call it that is business sales, just as in life and relationships, can get messy. And when you think too linearly, when you think that something's got to happen immediately after that and follows precisely after that, it doesn't seem to work like that, does it? Nothing ever seems to work perfectly like it does in movies. And that's just how it is in business, and that's just how it is in life. So what we try and do is we take the aspect of giving you the tools that you need so you can logically advance the business, logically move the sale down the field to make sure that you're doing the things that are necessary. Not necessarily in a linear fashion, but you don't care. All you want to do is get over the goal line, as long as it happens. It doesn't have to be a straight line. It could be a little zigzag. That's all that counts. So to do that, I'm going to introduce you to some different modules, or we call them tools, that we're going to be using through the course of today. Let me run through those tools so you know what they are. First, we're going to be talking, I got my little checklist, my big list of stuff over here. We're going to be talking about the 3 critical areas that impact sales, or it's what I like to call our short course on sales management. Next, we're going to get into the rules to close more sales now. The way we like to view the rules are this. You got to have a foundation for going forward, and that's what the rules give us. The next thing we're going to be talking about, OCSE, or the Open, Clarify, Summarize, and Empathize questioning method. We're going to talk about proposals that make an impact, professional selling proposals that make an impact. We're going to be talking about the SIT lead generation system, and then we're going to also be talking about sales time management. Now what we're going to do though is we're going to have a different kind of take on things. If any of you guys out there know who Quentin Tarantino is, he's done a couple movies you might have heard of. One of them is Pulp Fiction, and he did this method in Pulp Fiction where he moved around the different pieces of the movie to make more sense in the end. Now at first it was all kind of out of order and people were like, how'd that happen? But when you see the whole movie put together, you get the feeling of how he put it together, and that's what we're going to do. At Matrix, like I said earlier, we like to begin with the end in mind. So what we're going to do is begin with the end, which is proposals. And I know what you might be thinking, John, isn't closing the end that we're looking for? Well, what I'm here to tell you is if you do the proposal right, the closing just happens. So we're going to start with proposals, and then we're going to backward engineer it and everything that goes from there. So you get the flow where everything else fits, and more importantly, you get to see the big picture, keeping your eyes and ears open, because you don't want to just use one. I know you can get tempted sometime to look away from the screen and just so you're still hearing things, but make sure you're looking at both, because I'm going to be using some visual cues and some different things on the screen to try and make some things and drive these points home for you. We're going to have a lot of fun today, looking forward to it. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, and I'll call you from home and we'll go from there. In the meantime, I'll see you back on camera in just a few minutes. We're out of here.